Well, hi guys, Mark here. We're here today at Ducati Bournemouth, and today we're going to be taking out the awesome Diavel V4. Stay tuned and I'll give you my thoughts on it. Well, hi guys, Mark here, and welcome today to a review on the Ducati Diavel V4. And as always, many thanks to Ducati Bournemouth for lending me this bike today. So we just run through the specifications first on this awesome machine, go for a test ride, then we'll have a final thoughts at the end. So starting off with the price, £23,595. Comes with a totally awesome 1158cc V4 engine, 4 valves per cylinder, liquid cooled. This is producing a quoted 168 horsepower at 10,750 RPM, and torque is 126 Newton meters at 7,500 RPM. I was quite surprised with this bike. I mean, it's physically big, you know, it's incredibly powerful, but it feels really light. It's 211 kilos dry weight, and when you sort of sit on it and push it around, it really is surprisingly light. Now the seat height on this is very, very low, 790 millimeters. Now I'm only 5'7", 170 centimeters, weigh about 75 kilos, and I can quite easily get my feet flat to the floor. Just take a quick look at me on the bike, and then you can compare that for yourself. Nice decent sized fuel tank on these, 20 litres. You should average around about 45 miles per gallon UK with normal riding, so you should get a range of it around about 190 miles, I would say. Tyres are the brilliant Pirelli Diablo Rosso 3. We've got a 120 section on the front, 17-inch wheels, and a colossal 240 section on the rear. Got a lovely 5-inch TFT there, look at that in a bit. Obviously LEDs all round, daytime running lights. Upside down front forks by Marzocchi, fully adjustable of course, and a Sachs rear shock, fully adjustable. Assist and slipper clutch, hydraulic. Got some of the best brakes in the business, Brembo Stylema M430 radial monoblocks with incredible feel and power. Whole host of electronics on this, cornering ABS, traction control, wheelie control, quick shifter, 6-axis IMU, cruise control. The quick shifter and the gearbox is unbelievably slick and sublime, an absolute joy to use. Got 4 riding modes: Sport, Tour, Urban and Wet. Quite an interesting feature on these, you've got rear cylinder deactivation which is under 4,000 RPM, and when you're at a stop, a standstill, it's basically just to sort of save fuel and keep the heat down a bit, so it cuts out the ignition on those rear cylinders there under 4,000 RPM. Very sort of neat folding rear passenger foot pegs there. So this has the rear backrest fitted there, and you can get the optional panniers as well. 2-year warranty on these bikes. Excellent service intervals at 9,000 miles, and the service intervals for the valves is a colossal 36,000 miles for the valve check. They're available in this gorgeous red and black. But as always, guys, with the Ducati bikes, the build quality is absolutely first class. You know, you can really see that you're on a premium machine. Looking around it, it's just utterly stunning. Okay, let's go for the test ride. Okay, Diavel V4. Let's try out this. So it's very easy for me to swing a leg over, and the first thing I notice is you sit right down into this amazing machine. It's got a very low seat height of 790mm, so my feet are flat to the floor with my knees bent, so that's a really good start. And what strikes you when you sit on this amazing machine is just the you know, the premiumness of it all. It just exudes quality. So we're just going to run through the controls. We have a hydraulic assist and slipper clutch, which is span adjustable, high and low beam flashers, daytime running lights, hazards, got your mode and scroll, cruise control, indicators, and your horn over this side, span adjustable front brake lever. We have our engine start and kill, and we have our sort of lock button and switch off there. And it does have also a button there which you can use to turn it on and off, and that's steering lock as well. So it's keyless ignition, keys in my pocket, just hold and press there. Powers up the beautiful, beautiful TFT with a whole host of information there. We have our gear indicator, revs, all your warning lights, all your setting menus. You can go into it and change all your riding modes, and you can change each riding mode how you like it. Amazing piece of kit there. Air temperature 20 degrees today, engine temperature, so a stunning looking TFT. This is fitted with an optional little fly screen as well, plus the backrest. So start her up. Oh, so straight away you're greeted with that beautiful V4 noise. And what a noise it is. Right then, off we go. So lovely smooth hydraulic clutch. Very, very smooth off the bottom end. And one of the slickest quick shifters up and down you're ever likely to find. And whoa, doesn't this engine go. First impressions is this bike just feels so light and nimble for a bike of this caliber with that huge back tyre. It really does feel light and flickable. Super smooth on the downshifter, blipper. Oh my lord, hang on, wow. So it's very quick without even trying. 168 horsepower. Okay, let's just run through all the controls. So starting off with the mirrors, I can see about 30% of my elbows, but a decent clear view behind, no vibrations in them. It's a very, very smooth engine, an absolute marvel of technology. That TFT is very, very clear. Speed, gears and revs all very easy to see. What we got now? 19 degrees today. Can't feel any heat coming from the engine, so that's a good start. It's just this engine, when you open it up, oh my word, does it fly. So you really do sit into this bike. I've already been on it this morning for an hour, and it is definitely a superbly comfortable bike. You could easily ride it all day and do some touring on this. It's got cruise control and you can fit the panniers on it. It's got mid-mounted sort of foot controls, you know, like your legs go sort of towards the front of the bike. It's not obviously feet forward, I'd call it more mid-mounted. It's exceptionally comfortable, nice upright position. The bars are quite raked back. I would call this a kind of a power cruiser style machine. Marzocchi front forks and Sachs rear do an excellent job of soaking up all the bumps. I'd pretty much say it's kind of, you know, compatible like OLED suspension. It's that good, the suspension on this. It's just so flickable around the bends. Drop it down to third, open it up a little bit. Wow-wee! God, is that brutal acceleration. But it's still very, very controllable. You know, the throttle response is so perfect. Down the gearbox, very, very slick indeed. Word, that acceleration is brutal to say the least. So far for me, the two standout features of this bike is obviously the engine, super smooth and super potent, that glorious V4 growl, and the way this thing just goes around the bends. It just, you could take this on a track, no problem. Wow-wee. I mean, apart from being brutally powerful, the torque is just glorious. You could just roll it on. So we're in fourth gear now, just winding it on. What a machine. Okay, nothing behind, we're just trying the brakes out, front only. Unbelievable. Alright, we'll just try a quick 0 to 60. Nothing behind. Here we go. There you go. It never gets boring, does it? 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Yeah, this is a glorious piece of kit. Alright, we'll just drop it down a bit. Down to third. Show you a little bit of roll on. Obviously I can't use the full power of this, but for obvious reasons. But we're in third gear now, just winding it open. As you can see, it just flies without even trying. Right, let's try the cruise control out. There you go, hands-free. That's dead easy to use. So I suppose in this kind of class of bike, one that springs to mind is the Triumph Rocket, which I've test ridden. This is much more sporty, much lighter, a bit more engaging. Obviously that's a monster engine, over 2 litres. This is a 1200 or 1150, so this is a lot revvier, but it just feels so light. I mean, this is like a sports bike really, so it's a little bit more engaging, shall we say. we're 4th gear now. Just wind it open, there's your wide open. As you see, it just unbelievably quick through that mid-range. Back brake is excellent. So riding position is to say it's super comfortable. It's sat nice and upright, nice wide bars, really comfortable seat on it, and a nice sort of mid-position foot pegs. Plenty of room if you were a larger guy, 6 foot. Yeah, those brakes are just unbelievably good. Third gear, 2nd gear, lovely smooth blipper. That noise never gets tiring, that V4. But just as a gentle bike just to cruise on like this, very pleasant. And what we're doing now, top gear, 60 mile an hour, 4,000 RPM. Try it on a dual carriageway in a while and through town. Just top gear, opening it up. Wow, pulls very strongly. Vibration levels are excellent. I can't feel any vibrations through the bars or the seat. Just drop it down a few gears, and all you could feel is a glorious kind of power pulse coming through the foot peg, so no annoying vibrations whatsoever. It just flicks through the corners with so little effort. It's really good handling on this. So what's the Diavel V4 like cruising at the higher speeds? So obviously it's a given that it absolutely flies up to higher speeds, 155 mile an hour on this. So we're just at top gear now, just around 70 miles an hour, doing around just under 5,000 revs. Very smooth. I can just feel the old power pulses coming through the foot pegs. It's quite a windy affair, but it's a steady sort of breeze hitting me in the chest. Bike feels very light, but incredibly stable. Opening up, tidal wave of power comes through, but exceptionally smooth and stable at these higher speeds like this. You could sit like this all day long. Personally, I'd love to tour on this. This is a really nice, comfortable bike. So I'm absolutely fine on the Diavel V4 for higher speeds. Okay, so what's the Diavel V4 like in town? Well, the quick answer is extremely tractable and easy to ride. I'm just in 1st gear now, just feathering that hydraulic clutch. Super smooth, beautifully fueled. I mean, I've still got it in sport mode and it's just so tractable. It's not snatchy throttle. I have tried it in tour and urban. They're just reduced power and softer throttle again, but sport mode's absolutely fine. Can't feel any heat coming from the engine. Got 19 degrees at the moment. 2nd gear, just trickling along. 3,500 revs into 3rd gear for your 30, and there you go. It's just purring along. There's no sort of snatchiness in the drivetrain. Very happy indeed. Open the throttle a bit and it goes. Let's see what it's like into 4th. There you go, 3,500 revs. Still very smooth. Feels very light. Very surprised me that has. I thought it would feel a bit heavier, but it's very easy to change direction. Position's lovely and upright, really nice upright bars which is sort of raked back, but the overall position and the comfort of this bike is first class for me, and it's super smooth. So 5 stars for the Diavel V4 through town. Never gets boring, that acceleration. What a machine. Yeah, if you want a premium power cruiser, guys, have a look at one of these. I mean, it may be big money, but what a riding experience. Absolutely iconic V4 engine with so much power, beautiful handling, top-notch brakes and electronics. It really is a fantastic piece of kit. Again, those brakes are absolutely stunning. Quick shifter going down the box now is just sublime. But it's still this would make a really nice bike just to cruise and tour on, to be honest. It's very relaxing if you want it to be. Right, let's have a little look round, shall we? So that cylinder deactivation below 4,000, you don't even notice it, it's totally seamless. So first and into neutral, that's easy enough. Let you hear that glorious noise. Right, I'll just flick it onto high beam with the indicators. Do love these LEDs. What a machine. Absolutely incredible piece of kit. So what I mean by this bike it feeling really light, I mean off the side stand, you know, that could be like a 600 or 750, something like that. And pushing it around is very, very easy, so that's good. So the star of the show, guys, is obviously the engine, that glorious V4, tons of power, stacks of torque, absolutely incredible. It handles way better than I thought it was going to. It's almost like a sports bike, to be honest. The Marzocchi front forks are excellent, you know, beautiful damping there, the brakes are absolutely amazing, very, very comfortable. That seat is super plush and all day comfortable. I mean, look at those exhausts. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful build quality, and what a machine. So there you are, guys. Diavel V4. What are your thoughts on this machine? Have you got one? Have you got the previous Diavel from years gone by? I did ride that many years ago. I'm very impressed with that one as well. But yeah, so please post your comments down below, guys. Give me a like, share and subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you again in a week or so for another review. Alright guys, ride safe, all the best. Bye for now.